Going to be changing the oil in this 2012 Volkswagen Beetle 5-cylinder little hot rod. Here's my oil, 5W40. You can see here it meets my requirement. Definitely want to make sure you're using the right oil. Here is my oil filter. It's a cartridge type. You take the cap loose, there's the replacement O-ring. Alright. This is a front wheel drive vehicle, and we will be jacking up the front end to be able to get to the oil pan, which means that the vehicle will be able to roll because there will be nothing holding it. So put your park brake on. So there you go. Safety lesson for front wheel drive vehicles. If you lift the front end up, chock the rear wheels, or pull your park brake. Alright, moving right along. I'm going to use my floor jack to lift the vehicle. But if you don't have a floor jack and you just use your regular car's jack, I'm going to show you right here, just behind the front wheel. There is a reinforced part of the rail right here. Run my fingers behind it so you can see it. Jack it on this rail right here. Not out here, but back here. That's what? 4.5, 5 inches in there. If you have to jack your car up with the jack that came with the car, this is where you want to jack it up at. This reinforced rail. Now that I got the car up on some jack stands, I always use jack stands. I need to take the rock guard off. The oil filter's here. The drain plug is back there, but before I start the drain plug, I'll take this off. This uses Torx to get these little things off. Take those off, and then you can slide this off. So we'll do that, and then we'll get right back to you. All right, I'm using my impact with a T20 Torx adapter, or Torx bit with a 1/4 inch adapter. Taking these off. There you go. All right, I'll take the rest of them off. All right, there's my rock guard. There's four screws on each side. All right, so we'll drain the oil. To drain the oil, we're going to use a 19mm socket. Take the bolt out. All right, and of course, we're not going to drain our oil onto the ground. We use a pan. So get the plug loose and get that draining. All right, the engine is still hot, so I'm using a glove to hold the plug as I take it out. Go work it loose. Get my pan in the correct place. Try to position my hand so that the oil doesn't get on me no more than necessary. Keep the plug pushed up against the filter pan as you're unscrewing it. Try to keep as much oil in there as possible while we're doing this. You can be able to hold it all, but try to delay the inevitable and minimize it all at the same time. Oh, there we go. Didn't get a whole lot of oil on me. Just a little bit. Check out the plug. See if you see any metal shavings on it. None there. That's a good sign. All right, we'll set that plug to the side. There's the plug again. Good look at the plug. And we're draining oil. Next thing we're going to do is not vacuum it out that I need to do, but we're going to pop the hood. See, there's a latch just off the center right here, like most cars. All right, hold on a second. I got to grab the rod there and put it up here. So hold on one second. So there you go. There was the lever to unlatch it. There's the hole to put your support rod in. And we're going to pull the cap off. We're going to let some air in there. See, look at there. If I didn't know it better, I think I would think that thing is telling you to read a manual. Alright, so other than needing to wash it, need to get this oil changed. So we're going to let it drain out and then we'll do the filter. Got to put the plug back in, then we can do the oil filter. So I'll do that now. Alright, so before I put the plug back in, I clean out the surface around the hole. Still be a couple of drips of oil maybe, but no big deal. See, here's one drip. So then we screw the plug back in. First we get the finger tight. So there you go, it's in. Now let me tighten that up. Alright, this is the oil filter cap. It holds the oil filter, or whatever you want to call it. And there's a small cap on the bottom here. Take this loose. Alright, I got the dust cap removed. I'm just going to tuck it behind the AC line here, get it out of the way. Alright, and then the nipple here, which is the drain. I don't know if I've done this with just my finger before, or if I can. But you got to push it up and over. So you push it up and over to the side. Alright, so let's see if I can. Up and to the side. I pushed it up, but not really over to the side. Ay, ay, ay. So I got a little bit of oil out, but it's not gonna let it flow if it's not over to the side. There we go, over to the side now. And that should drain. And that's what's in the oil filter holder and the line above it. So we'll give that a few minutes. Alright, it looks like it stopped draining for the most part. So we're going to kick that nipple back to the middle. No, it picked up a little bit. Look at that. We'll wait on that. Alright, we're not going to wait on that anymore. Alright, put it back to the center. Got the oil cleaned off. And we'll take this off, the cartridge holder. I'm going to use one of these. It's on a ratchet wrench. There. I suppose you could try one of these also. This is a better solution, this one. I have a ratchet that pivots right here. makes it convenient. So let me show you this. Take this. See that? It fits right on there. Oh, let me slide it up there. Okay, got it on there. Let me see if I can show this to you. Hold on a second. All right, got it on there. See, it was a little bit of tightness, but it come off. Take this off. Pull the ratchet off. There we go. All right. Gonna take this off. I position the oil pan up underneath it to catch any drips. And then there's your oil filter. All right, put the cartridge in, stuck it back on there. And gotta put a little extra turn on it. All right, we got it put back on and tight. Now we'll need to put the dust cap back on. So we'll screw it on. Don't get crazy with this. It just has to not come off. Finger tight. That's all I ever put on it. All right. So we'll put a rock guard back on, and then we'll put some oil in it. All right. Here is a couple of the specifications for your oil, right out of the manual. Here's your dipstick, A, B, and C. There's A, B, and C and what it calls for if you check it. All right, how's that? Added oil. And this engine does a funky thing where it splatters because it makes like a bubble in there. It's a little weird. Engine oil dipstick's right here. I've got it out. It's in my hand right here. There's oil up there almost to the full mark right there, even with the full mark, so we're good. All right, so then after that, we'll wrap everything up, put the rock guard back on, and close her up. So there you go, easy enough, easy enough. 2012 Volkswagen Beetle 2.5 liter 5-cylinder oil change. It's the way I did it. Hit like and subscribe, helps me out. If you got any comments, let me know. If I left something out or I forgot to show something, I apologize. Kind of hard to do ththings one-handed and not forget something. All right, see you on the next one.